Nah, that's not gonna work. That's stupid. Hey you, I'm PG, I'm chillin', and this is my review of Danny Brown's new album, Quaranta. Earlier this year, Danny Brown, along with JPEG Mafia, dropped their album, Scaring the Hose, which has significantly grown on me, and also saw Danny perform as usual, sounding dynamic, quirky, with some of those lyrical antics that we expect from him. But on his first solo album in years, we get a uncharacteristically somber Danny Brown. With him being just over 40 years old and going sober, it actually makes sense that he would take this approach. And he really sets the tone on the opening title track, Quaranta, stating how a lot has changed since his first album, Triple X or 30, and how rap has changed and impacted his life in good and bad ways. And he expands more on that on songs like Ain't My Concern and Hanami. He talks about battling that drug induced lifestyle, whether it be selling it or taking drugs, and growing past that on the song Celibate. He even raps about gentrification on the song Jen's Terrific Vacation in a way that is pretty direct but also pretty amusing. I mean, white girls sipping on White Claws where girls used to sell their pussy, or turning a crack house into a organic garden, Starbucks, Whole Foods, I know the spiel. Don't you miss the good old ghetto days? And that's one of only 3 songs on here where he uses his signature wild nasally vocals. There's also a track about heartache, and the album also closes with this tender moment about memories in his childhood, like how his mom used to play older music and it kind of got him into it. We do hear glimpses of old Danny or early rap career Danny Brown. But overall, this album sees him looking into the mirror and being a lot more introspective and mature. And it's like he's making this awkward but needed transition into a more steady lifestyle. Like working on his podcast, The Danny Brown Show. I've checked it out a few times on YouTube. It's pretty entertaining. You should go check it out. It's definitely a departure from his previous albums like Triple X and Atrocity Exhibition. So needless to say, the production is reflective of that. So yeah, it doesn't sound very upbeat or EDM and psychedelic. This sounds a lot smoother and even melancholic at times. But there's still a few cool production highlights on here, like that Travis Scott 5% tint sample on Jen's Terrific Vacation, or that rock and roll vibe and guitar riffing on Tantor. So Danny and his sound show maturity across the board. While it's probably not his most enjoyable album, it was still interesting, and it's good to hear an artist like Danny Brown show growth, and not cling on to some wacky persona that may not even be authentic at this point in his life. My favorite songs are Quaranta, Tantor, Jen's Terrific Vacation, and Celibate. But let me know your thoughts on Quaranta, because these are my thoughts. Stay blessed. Why are we doing this, Pat?